Amazing.
Magnificent.
Stupendous.
Exhilarating.
It's been amazing. I'm excited to be back.
We're back together. The CRJ family is back together.
It is amazing to be back at school in person.
Being back is like being a kid on Christmas Day.
For the last 18 months, a little over, we've so missed the students. I feel like we're in our groove now, having them back, loving on them, educating them, and it's just the best thing. So I'm so glad that not only students, but our teachers are back and we're hitting the stride running.
This is really Eucharistic, that we're back together, we can see one another, we can experience God and friendship and love and learning all at once, and it's just so much better than Zoom, as good as Zoom was.
I would say it feels like home. It feels like home to be back in person.
It feels great. I've missed out on a lot of stuff the last year and the year before that. But I feel fine, man. It's like, I'm not really nervous or anything, but it is a bit weird being back.
I get to interact with other people. Like I have never seen the freshman class or even the sophomores, so I was happy to see them and know that they like being at Cristo Rey as much as I do.
But then being back here, like, it's actually more fun because I have friends. I can actually like learn more stuff, and I even have sports to participate in.
So when I first came back to the school, I felt excited. I haven't been back in 2 years, and it's just a wonderful time to see all my friends again, all my teachers, and start off my junior year strong.
We've missed the students so much, and being able to see them every day, smiles on their faces, it's just good to see everyone.
Having students sitting in the desk, raising their hand and being able to be called on, I think that really has been the best part of having our students back in school.
When you're in the classroom, you can almost feel kind of how the students are reacting to your instruction, whether those might need a concept to be repeated or not, and just the social interactions that they have between one another. That's how the learning environment should be.
I'm glad to have less screen time and more hands-on and interacting with my classmates, having some debates here and there, but it's all love at the end of the day.
For CIP, it is huge for us to be back in person. Our entire program is pretty much based off of having hands-on, in-person experience in the work world.
Being virtual with CIP, having an internship from home is not the same as being able to experience what it's like to be in an organization, especially as a student.
Helping them get to college is much easier and better to be in person because we get the real feel, the real deal for what's really going on, and we can really see what they need.
Seeing the kids again, being able to interact with them directly, to laugh with them, to joke with them, to have those little moments where I give them a hard time, they give me a hard time, that for me is what it means to be a teacher. And I'm so happy to be experiencing that every single day here at Cristo Rey.
Being back, it's like being reborn. It's like, wow, we really didn't realize what we were missing until COVID. And we've now realized the gift that school is, that personal presence is, that face-to-face or even mask-to-mask presence is.
It's just a gift. That's my one word, it's a gift. Being back is a gift.
Good evening. Welcome to Cristo Rey Jesuit High School's annual celebration for the future. We are your event MCs tonight. My name is Jabez Solomon.
And my name is Dynasty Grant. Jabez and I are both proud members of Cristo Rey Jesuit class of 2022. Thank you for joining us.
We have a great program lined up for you. You'll hear from recent graduates, school leaders, and us. Before we get started though, we'd like to open up with a prayer. Please feel welcomed and encouraged to pray in the faith tradition in which you root your soul. Let us pray. Good and gracious God, we give you thanks for everyone who makes Cristo Rey Jesuit in Baltimore a place of life and learning, hope and healing, promise and presence, and love in our lives. You are with us and helping us through this difficult time of the COVID pandemic.
Fill our lives with meaning and purpose, justice and joy, which portended a better day tomorrow. As we share our time this evening, open our ears to hear and listen to the mantra of Cristo Rey Jesuit students, Fly Anyway. Some say hornets should not be able to fly. Their wings are too small, but they fly anyway. Give us the grace to be generous and provide wings for all of us here at Crystal Ray. Many of us ask all this through Christ our Lord. Amen. While tonight's event is virtual as the world continues adjusting to the pandemic, we are so happy to be back at CRJ in person again for our senior year. Being together at school has meant reuniting with close friends, dedicated teachers, and trusted mentors to learn, work, and celebrate achievements and milestones without Zoom.
Not only has it been great to be back in school, but I've loved being back in my corporate internship. Before COVID, I interned for Erickson Senior Living in their IT department. Residents would call our team about any issues they had with their computers or phones, and I would help them get back up and running. It felt good to help people, and I really liked my coworkers. They made me feel a part of their team. During my junior year, I interned virtually at Catholic Relief Services, where I'm currently again working this year. It is so great to be there in person and to learn about how nonprofits work, and to see the amazing things my team is doing for the people that they serve.
Me too, Jabez. CIB has been one of my favorite parts of attending Crystal Ray. Not many high schoolers can say they have had an internship all throughout their high school career. I've been fortunate to intern at the Shock Trauma Center at the University of Maryland Medical Center, where I assist nurses and check in on patients to make sure they are comfortable and have what they need. I hope to become a nurse myself one day. Helping people is important to me, and I'm so glad to be back. We'll tell you a little bit more about ourselves later, but for now, I'd like to introduce our school president, Dr. Bill Heiser.
Thank you, Dynasty and Jabez. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for allowing me into your living room tonight while we host what I hope is our last virtual event. Every year, this celebration is made possible by 8 trustees who sponsor the event. I'd like to take a moment to thank our hosts, Rick Burnt, George Bunting, Jim Davis, Harry Gruner, Earl Linehan, Jack Luchtemeier, Dan Rizzo, and J.M. Shapiro. Your support of this event ensures that every dollar raised goes straight to fund our programs and scholars, not to event overhead. We are so grateful. Overcoming the last school year was no small feat. It took incredible patience and fortitude from our faculty and staff, persistence and focus from our students, trust from our families, continued generosity from our corporate and philanthropic community, and a lot of God's grace to see us through. At the end of August, we returned to our building safely, with students and faculty engaging in in-person learning. It's great to be back. Last year was difficult, but there were some bright spots. Despite the pandemic, we were able to launch an innovative new program called Career Launch. For its pilot year, 12 seniors participated in a dual enrollment program through CCBC, taking one course each semester that earned college credit towards majors in healthcare. Over the summer, some of these students enrolled in a certified nursing assistant training program, which culminated in taking the CNA test and earning the certification. By earning this CNA credential, students can take a variety of paths. Some may choose to go straight into the workforce as a nursing assistant. Some may choose to build upon that certification to earn their associates or bachelor's in nursing. Some, as you soon will see, are working as nursing assistants while pursuing a bachelor's degree in the high-demand field of nursing. Some may pursue even higher degrees in the healthcare sector. The key to this program's success has not only been our talented students with a strong interest in the healthcare field, but also key partners like CCBC, Top Knowledge, and Mercy Medical Center. Now let's hear from 2 Crystal Ray graduates from the class of 2021.
I go to school at Loyola University of Maryland, and I am studying biology. I chose this major because I want to get in the health field to become an OBGYN or a pediatrician.
I'm a freshman at Johns Hopkins University, and I learned that I really like to help people by doing the CNA program. By majoring in public health, I'll be learning how to take care of the community as a whole and not just a single patient. The CNA program, the Certified Nursing Assistant program, was introduced to us at the end of our senior year, and it was at an institution called the Top Knowledge Healthcare. As a CNA, you take care of people who can't move for themselves, basically, and you help them do like daily living tasks like eating, bathing, brushing their hair, or shaving, any simple necessities that they might need as patients.
If you're a Cristo Rey student or we're a Cristo Rey student, you have this opportunity to take this class and all the expenses will be paid for, and you also get paid while taking the class.
Knowing that I was getting paid to do it was really helpful because at that time I couldn't work as much because I was also doing my classes, so that really helped me financially.
The curriculum itself is 5 weeks. Several of those weeks are in classrooms, and then I think it's 1 week in a clinical setting.
After they completed the program, they are able to take the CNA exam, and if they pass the CNA exam, they are certified as nursing assistant, and they can go and find a job out there as a nursing assistant.
We were the youngest ones in the program. It was really cool to see how we were starting so early. Our classmates would say, wow, you guys are only 18 and you guys are doing this. It was really cool for CRJ to give us this opportunity so young.
In the beginning, they were very anxious, not knowing what would come, and then when they were in the program, they were like, oh, this was my best decision.
It wasn't as hard as I expected to be because of the college class. Like, it seemed like my first day, I really thought I was gonna make it, but it turned out to be a breeze.
My grandma actually was spending time with me while I was doing the CNA program. And I think learning all those skills, I used it with her because she also can't do some things on her own, and I learned how to take care of her through the program as well.
Our students tend to go to four-year universities. The idea is that now they have something under their belt to be able to find a job that can pay well and be able to support them while they are in their institution, in their college.
I will work as a CNA because it'll give me clinical experience working with patients, and it's a good job overall to get your foot in the door.
We think that these opportunities will provide a level of stability for the student to then take that next step, whether that's going back to classes in college, whether that's going away to college, whether that's working while they're in college. That's what we're hoping that the program will afford.
For the people that are supporting Cristo Rey, I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving us this experience.
I'm very appreciative that CRJ has given me this opportunity because I've learned so much, gained so much information from it, and I've matured as a person as well going through the program.
As a senior at CRJ and an aspiring nurse, I'm inspired by alumni like Ashley and Amaya, who came before me. Making the most of opportunities like the Career Launch program, I'm proud and happy for them chasing their dreams. I know that's going to be me one day.
I completely agree, Dynasty. For me, as we start our senior year, I think about how much my Cristo Rey experience has helped me figure out my talents and my plan for the future. Freshman year, Ms. Dickens helped me see that I am really good at math and helped me develop a passion for it. She invited me to come to coach class to work with peers that needed some extra math help. I plan to study math in college, and after, I'd like to become an accountant or a math teacher.
Those relationships with our teachers and mentors are so important. Since I started at Cristo Rey, Ms. Day has always encouraged me to keep pushing through hard times and try new things. She helps me become a better version of myself by understanding my strengths and weaknesses. This year, I'm putting extra work into my math and science classes to make sure I'm prepared for the college courses I'll be taking for my nursing major.
Cristo Rey has not been easy, but it has taught me to step outside my comfort zone and explore things I never thought I'd seriously pursue, like math. I'm excited for this year, and I'm also excited for what awaits after graduation. Now, I would like to introduce our principal, Mr. Walter Reed.
Thank you, Jabez. It is great to be with you tonight for our celebration for the future. While our program tonight is virtual, the team at Cristo Rey worked hard over the summer to ensure that we could bring our school community back to 420 South Chester Street for in-person learning this fall. Doing that was no small feat. With our modest physical footprint, we had to create the conditions to make our school building safe. From a social-emotional standpoint, we had to rethink how we would bring our faculty, staff, and students back into our school building after 18 months of being away. A team of CRJ faculty and staff worked together over the summer to plan our reentry as a community to ensure that our students would feel safe and ready to learn. We set the theme for the year, You Matter, to make it clear to our students that they are the reason why we are here. We opened our doors in late August to 350 scholars who were both excited and a little anxious to be back at Cristo Rey. During our first 2 weeks of school, we placed a heavy focus on building relationships within our community with the school picnic, grade level hikes, and team building exercises. With classroom learning beginning right after Labor Day and the days that have followed, it has been refreshing to be in person and together. Building relationships and creating a positive learning environment is hard to replicate virtually. We've been able to put Zoom aside and be together in classrooms, meetings, and meals, and I'm reminded that this is how school is meant to be. Thank you for being here with us tonight and for weathering the last year alongside us.
I couldn't agree more. Even though I got used to Zoom and remote learning and that I did pretty well with it, I'm glad that we are back in school. I miss my friends and my teachers.
100% Jabez. Being away from CRJ last year made me realize how much I love my school, my classmates, teachers, and going to CIP.
Speaking of CIP, our next presenter is Sister Helen Amos from Mercy Medical Center, one of our corporate partners.
Good evening. I'm so pleased tonight to share with you the good news of an extraordinary gift to Cristo Rey Jesuit from a dear friend of mine and of Cristo Rey's, Mary Catherine Bunting. Mary Catherine has been a loyal and generous supporter of Cristo Rey Jesuit since its founding in 2007. She recognizes that education is one of the most powerful and transformative experiences a young person can have. A Cristo Rey education specifically is one that opens up a world of opportunity with its strong focus on academics and faith formation, paired with a culture that promotes both college and career readiness. As a firm believer in the Cristo Rey model, Mary Catherine is making an incredibly generous commitment of 10 full four-year scholarships for students who will begin their Cristo Rey journeys in the fall of 2022. This gift from Mary Catherine has the power to make an even bigger impact, as the promise of 10 scholarships comes with a challenge to the community to raise an additional 20, to make a total impact of 30 scholarships for next year's Cristo Rey freshman class. That's equivalent to supporting nearly a third of the students in this incoming class, who all rely on scholarships to attend Cristo Rey. You can be part of this challenge by clicking on the Make a Gift Now link below to make a commitment, or by calling 443-573-9881. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you, Sister Helen, and thank you to Mary Catherine Bunting for providing this amazing scholarship challenge gift. Cristo Rey serves 350 scholars from Baltimore City. Their families make a meaningful investment, averaging $1,000 per year toward their child's education. But the true cost of a private, quality high school education is much higher. To fund the remaining costs per student, Cristo Rey seeks scholarship and corporate internship support to make our mission possible. Please consider joining us in our mission by providing a scholarship. A Cristo Rey scholarship is the gift of access and opportunity to the young men and women in our community. If you're ready to give now, please click below on Make a Gift Now. Thank you so much for your consideration.
Thanks, Dr. Heiser. That's our show for tonight. We've got homework to do.
Yes, we do. Thank you for joining us this evening and for your support of Crystal Ray.